Hey, I'm Trey, and I have another story about what happens when killers are after your own children. Have you ever wondered why some seemingly normal people wake up one day, snap, and decide to kill everyone in a 5-block radius? Me too. I enjoy reading true stories like these and upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Well, if you're ready, let's get started. Martha Rendell was born August of 1871 in the country of Australia. No information was provided on her youth or family dynamic, but Martha had a dating relationship with a man by the name of Thomas Nichols from Perth. Thomas was separated at the time from his wife, but the estranged wife resided in the same neighborhood. The children would visit their mother regularly. The romance between them got serious, and they decided to move in together. Thomas owned his own home at the time, so it was more practical for Martha to move in with him. Thomas also had 4 children. Annie was 7 years old, Arthur was 14 years old, Olive was 5 years old, and George, there was no age available for, whom he had custody of and lived with. One day, Annie complained of a sore throat. Martha would then swab the medicine on the back of Annie's throat to help her throat feel better. The child's throat got even worse. Days would go by and Martha would continue to help with the intention to nurse Annie's throat back to normal. Annie would no longer eat, which made her very weak. Annie soon died several weeks later in July of 1907. The family doctor labeled her death as diphtheria, which is not suspicious and happens typically with children. It's a highly transmitted bacteria, attacks the mucous membranes in the throat, which causes inflammation and makes it difficult for children or people to swallow or even breathe from time to time. Approximately 2 months later after Annie's death, Thomas's daughter, Olive, began to exhibit the same symptoms as Annie had before she died. Olive died under the same circumstances in October of 1907. The doctor labeled the death as diphtheria as well. Approximately a year later, Thomas's son, Arthur, his throat became irritated. Arthur exhibited the same symptoms as his other 2 siblings. Arthur would soon die in October of 1908 under the same circumstances. This guy wins the Worst Father of the Year trophy. How do you lose 3 out of 4 kids and nothing about your life changes? No new doctor, no new medicine, no new home, no new stepmother, nothing. When Arthur died, Thomas requested to be present during the autopsy. He was allowed to be present along with the doctor, but no wrongdoing was found. In April of the following year, George drank a beverage that Martha gave to him, and it immediately irritated his throat. When this happened, George ran away from home and could not be found. During George's absence, neighbors notified the police of what they witnessed. They observed on separate occasions that the children had complaints of having their throats painted by Martha, and it irritated their throats. To die in this manner is very slow and painful, agonizing death. The neighbors began to talk amongst themselves when all the children were still alive. And they've noticed that Martha seemed cold towards the children when the children would complain about the pain that they were going through. At least one neighbor observed Martha masturbating while the children cried out in pain about their throats. Another neighbor observed through the window that Martha would seem to be at peace or even pleased when the children screamed out in pain. The police inspector handling the investigation listened to the neighbors' statements about the children. They also told what the neighbors had witnessed. The police inspector located Thomas's son George at his mother's house. The child told the police inspector that he ran away due to his belief that Martha was going to kill him with the poison that she used on his sibling. George used the terminology spirits of salts, which is what Martha used to refer to the medicine that she was using to cure their sore throats. The police inspector asked the doctor what the hell type of medicine is spirit of salts, and the doctor had no idea. The children's bodies were exhumed and a check was done on their throats. Each one of the dead children showed signs of diluted hydrochloric acid on their throats. That's the same stuff that they use in batteries. Martha and Thomas were both arrested and charged with the murder of 3 children. Thomas was found not guilty. This is a prime example of PPP, which means piss poor parenting skills. Martha was sentenced to death by hanging. Martha protested her innocence, but was ultimately executed by hanging in October of 1909. She was the last woman to be executed in Western Australia at the time. If you're interested in more stories like these, I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like button, and also notification button so you can be reminded of new content. God bless you and stay safe.